when you're dyslexic. Hello, we are not your mum. Dyslexia is, as you'll know if you've watched our Even Martha autism dyslexia video that was on a couple of weeks ago, is a specific learning difficulty. This basically means that you can be Einstein level brainy.
And Einstein was BT Dubs, totes dyslexic.
But when it comes to reading or writing, your brain doesn't function in the same way as a non-dyslexic person.
When you're dyslexic and you read words, they can literally blur and move around and jumble up and do all that kind of stuff before your very eyes, which makes reading a really slow process because obviously you're trying to, sort it all out as you read.
It's like doing a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah.
Whilst reading.
Yeah. Both of which are fun activities, but not at the same time.
No.
This can be particularly annoying in a test or an exam scenario, because you'll still be possibly reading the question while everyone else is writing.
Reading aloud is annoying too, because if you stumble over words when you're reading them in your head, you're probably going to stumble over them when you read aloud too.
Indeed. Often, not always, dyslexic people have terrible handwriting, and when it comes to spelling, it's basically game over. You can practice as much as you like, but if you are dyslexic, you're just never going to be a great speller because of the whole jumbling up thing.
All of the above can make your confidence go. I don't know about the explosion. I'm not very good at making explosion noises. Yeah. Can nosedive is basically what that was supposed to be.
That's what we're trying to say here.
Yes. Which is rubbish when you consider that actually there are some really awesome things about being dyslexic.
Awesome.
Firstly,
if you're actually diagnosed with dyslexia, then that means that you can get extra time in exams, you get extra help at school, and there are some great computer programs that you can use as well, like Clicker and Lexy.
And if you remember from Eve talking, you can sometimes get fun coloured paper to write on as well.
Oh yes,
which is nice.
And acetate, and like a colourful see-through thing that you can use to help with tracking, which is when words kind of tend to drop off the end of lines. It will just help you kind of read like that. Also,
dyslexic people tend to be really good at visual thinking, so imagining how things are going to look.
They can be great problem solvers and brilliant at reading people, which is sort of basically telling how people really are, what they're really thinking.
They often have above average physical coordination, so making them really good gymnasts, dancers, athletes.
Your dyslexics can also be super creative. They can make great designers, artists, actors, chefs, surgeons, mathematicians. The list goes on.
So if you have trouble reading, writing and/or spelling, then talk to your school's SENCO, Special Educational Needs Coordinator. So talk to them or get your parent or guardian to make an appointment for you.
If you are dyslexic, then you are in good company. Some famous dyslexics, as well as Einstein, who you mentioned before, include Keira Knightley, the actor, Tom Cruise, actor, Winston Churchill, as in your wartime Prime Minister, fighting on the beaches, etc. Oh, Picasso, he's quite good.
Oh, that guy.
Picasso, Da Vinci,
yeah.
He's quite good. The inventor of the telephone, Alexander Graham Bell, he was dyslexic. And John Lennon, one of the Beatles and amazing songwriter, was also dyslexic.
It's hard when you feel like you're playing catch up with the rest of the people in your class, but try to not let it sap your self-confidence. Don't let dyslexia hold you back. Be inspired by it.
So maybe look at it this way. You get through school, which is like 2/3 reading and writing, which are things that your brain does not want you to do. It is not working right for the whole reading and writing in the way that school normally teaches it. So if you get through that, imagine what else you can do with your life. You might get an Oscar, you might have an art exhibition, you might invent something, have a #1 single. The world is your badly spelled oyster. So yeah, go and get it, dyslexics.
Thank you for watching, and check out the Even Martha video if you haven't seen it already, or even for just a little recap.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's a good one. Yeah, thanks again. Bye.
Bye.